Hey, welcome back during these wonderful COVID times that we're having. It's Dave from CHAPS Canadian Haunting and Paranormal Society on probably one of my last experiment videos. This one certainly seems to be contentious. I'm going to put a few caveats on this one. First off being this is our opinion, my opinion, CHAP's opinion, on regards to the effectiveness of this tool, at least for our investigations and style. I do understand that there are a lot of other teams out there that use this device, and it seems to give them some good results, and that they have faith in it, and that's cool for them. This is really just for me. I want to kind of come across a couple different routines about it. One, it's the Spirit Box. This, for most, there's a few different ones. Ghost Stop has one. Some people make their own. SB7, SB11. These are the kind of marketed ones that most ghost hunters buy. I'm just not sure which one's the best. I think honestly, if you're just going to get back into it and use it, I would probably go with the SB7. I think that there's an advantage to the SB7, and that's the fact that it actually identifies what radio station it's scanning over, so that you can see if there's any trends. It's $100 less. Let's just go with that way. And it's got one earphone port. And I know if you're doing, say, the SDS method, which is one of the ways that we're going to test it, you need headphones. And I know with the SB11, there's 2 ports for earphones, both for each channel. Great that it can play 2 channels at the same time, but you can only use a headphone for one of those sets. It does have an external speaker. It does have temperature and a light and all that noise. And I don't necessarily think all that gadgetry is required for such a device. Most of us already have that, so part of me kind of thinks that it's a bit of extra fandangle for the extra $100. Maybe just not my thoughts. I'm going to use my own external speakers for this one, because both the speakers that exist on these are shit, really. Yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to use a couple different methods. I'm going to use an open method, speaker on. We'll probably use the SDS method in close proximity and with remote proximity. Do 5 to 10 minute sessions, see what comes out of that. Around my area here, we've got about 15 AM stations and about 75 FM radio stations. So we want to see what kind of overplay we're going to get. As far as interference, I've taken the liberty of testing closed circuit radio, baby monitors, etc. already ahead of time, and they don't have any interference of it. So that's good, and it saves some video time. More time just for me to talk. But yeah, like I said, this is a very to each your own type thing. We are going to test this now. I've been people have been emailing me methods on how to use this properly. I don't really care. What I mean by that is not that I don't care about what you're saying. Is what I'm trying to do here with my tests is generally do it the way the layman paranormal investigator is going to be. Like, let's say the 90% of people that I see on YouTube investigating, this is how they're doing it. So I'm not going to be worrying about the filtering out of radio signals, like using a Faraday cage. I'm not going to worry about special implementations or filtering devices or identification devices. I'm basically doing this at base root. Normally, what they do, for the most part. The most exposure I've seen to this device was on a show recently on Prime. I'm not going to name the show because I don't want to get any libel suits here, but it was they've got a couple seasons, so we'll say 20 episodes, and all of it was 99% Spirit Box. It's kind of weird because, in my opinion, you're going there to do something. You're going there to speak to spirit, right? And pareidolia takes effect here, especially when you're not listening to it after the fact. I know that we don't generally listen to things until after the fact, and then we peer review it. I'll put an audio file up. People will listen to it. They'll say where in the marks they heard things, and then I'll take those things. We'll go in and we'll expand it and compare it against video, etc., etc., etc. Then we'll take the good hits, say 10 of an investigation, and we will peer review those. And then I'll peer review them with people that have nothing to do with our team, just to see, right? Whereas right now you're listening to these and you're You know, I mean, you could be in a room that has like executions going on, and you're expecting to hear words like death or John or a name. I don't know. I'm having a struggle personally with it. I am very biased towards this machine. I banned it on our investigations years ago, but I'm willing to crack it out for this. And it's not to say that I'm going to come out of it either way. And you know, there are people out there that are close friends of mine that and you know who you are, that do use this device and believe in it. And it's not a slam on anybody. It's just going to be for our own purposes. So I guess that's about it. It's a good thing to do and pass COVID time. So guinea pig to do the open session. I've got the SB7 going. I'm going to scan it at about 250 to be about the right blockage. And I will write down what I hear. This is just the open way that I see everybody else doing it. And I will ask from this set of questions. I guess I'll probably do 10 questions. However long that takes. Might not be 5 minutes. All right. So I'm going to turn this towards the camera. Is there someone with me? Can you give me a name? I'll say cow. Can you give me your age? Maybe I'll try to speed up that rate. What year is it now? Do you know what my name is? What's my name? Can you give me my name? Can you do it again? Give me my name. What's my name? Yeah, keep an eye on this for a second. See where the strongest signals are coming through. My name, please. I'm just going to keep asking that. What's my name? .102.1 is pretty strong. 107.1 is very strong. They're very close channels. I expect 94.9 should be as well. Please tell me where I am in my house. What's my dog's name? And 94.9. And 96.7. Like so, everything that's close is really powerful stations. So I'm going to switch this to AM. That's horrible. Okay, hold on. Okay, so FM was nil. What's my name? Can you give me your age? Can you give me your theme? How did you die? Did you die? I will try this with the SB11 once. The same frame rate. Oh. It's time for my supper and an Excedrin.
Is there someone with me? Are you a man or a woman? Can you give me your age? Did you live here? What year is it now? Who is the Prime Minister right now?
Let's try this one. How did you die? Did you live here? Do you know who the Prime Minister is right now? Are you a child? I'm sure you see our dog and cat running around here. Are you a dog person or a cat person? Are you alone here, or is there others like you here? How long have you been here? What kind of music do you like? We play lots of different kinds of music here because, well, I'm a country fan and I like rock and pop. Do you know what my husband's name is? Do you know my name? We changed our heaters and it's a lot colder in this house now. Do you feel the temperature difference? Do you want to play with the dog? He likes to play. Let's try this.
Daily toast of the rock.
Well, I'm going to say goodbye soon if you don't tell me your name. Did you just say hi? Can you say hi again? What is your name? Did you live here before? What year were you born? Yeah, I've tried a bunch of different rates. And I'm not hearing anything out of place that I can't attribute to a radio station.
Okay, so we're going to go with the next session, which is the S-test method, or as close to it as my understanding is, which might not be it, but I'll be using the Spirit Box. I will have headphones on, so all I can hear is what's coming through from the Spirit Box. She'll be asking the questions. Obviously won't have to write them down. She'll tap, maybe she'll knock, make a vibration when she's starting the session. So I know, and I'm just going to call out what words come. And we'll see what comes of that. So we're going to do a regular proximity session. So she's going to be, say, 8 feet away or 6 feet away from me. And then we'll do a remote where I will be on different floors, different rooms, and all that.
Okay. So where are we? I believe I was asking you about pets. Do you have any pets? Did you have any pets? I like all kinds of animals. Dogs, cats, fish. You name it, I like them.
Remember,
Remember what? You remember your pets? What kind of a pet did you have? Did you have a dog? Or a cat?
said men
Wrist,
Did you hurt your wrist?
talk,
Did you live here a long time? What did you do for a living? What was your job?
North, Howard,
Howard, is that your name?
Arcadia,
Arcadia. Is that where you're from? I have some relatives linked to the Arcadia. What year were you born?
Harry,
Did you have children?
what?
How many children did you have?
Quick, truck,
Are you a man or a woman? What year do you think it is right now?
zesty,
What kind of food do you like? I'm a big fan of Japanese food. And barbecue. Do you like all the people that live here? I'm one of the people that live here. Do you know what my name is? What about the man sitting over there on the chair? Do you know what his name is?
B,
Are you here all the time or do you come and go?
busy,
How about drinks? Do you like to drink?
safe,
What's your favorite drink? Do you like scotch or rye, whiskey? You more of a beer? My cat just came into the room. Do you know what his name is?
Nick, other,
You're not making a whole lot of sense if that's you talking through the machine over there.
10, John,
Do you have a wife? What's your wife's name?
all right, That's all I can do. Okay, so now Sandy's sitting there. Can you tell me the name of the dog that's there in front of her? Can you tell me what your name is?
Lincoln.
Okay. How old are you?
Yes, sir.
Have you been dead a long time? Do you know that you're dead?
Forget it.
Did you live here? Did you live here? Are you the one that says, hey, stupid?
Slave.
Are you telling me about yourself or somebody else?
Truck.
What kind of truck?
Wait.
A white truck. Did a white truck? Is that how you died? Did you get hit by one or did you own one? Do you mind that we're talking to you?
Work.
You died at work? Can you tell me your name again? Before you said Lincoln. What's your name?
Brother.
Seem to be giving Sandy more results than I got. I got a headache out of that one. Do you know where you are now? What city did you live in?
Don't listen.
Don't listen to what? Don't listen to what? What don't you want me to listen to?
Sick.
Who's sick? Who's sick? Tell me who's sick.
Focusing.
Focusing on what? I'm focusing on my dog I'm trying to keep him quiet.
Prove it.
Prove what? What do you want me to prove? What's the name of the lady that's listening to you right now? What's her name? What's my name? What's your name?
Please.
Please what? Please what?
Please.
Please what?
Missing.
Who's missing?
No. No one.
No one's missing?
I heard it.
You heard it where? Heard what? What are you talking about? That somebody's missing? Somebody's sick? We're almost ready to say goodbye, so you better say it.
Years.
Yep. But what had you heard?
Finish.
Finish what?
I love that one.
You love that one. What one? What are you trying to finish? What have you seen? Why don't you finish the thought? Come on, talk.
3.
3 what? What's your name? Give me your name.
Told.
Told what? Give me your name. You told me your name? You said your name was Lincoln. Is your name Lincoln? Were you the one I've been talking to in this house? Lincoln?
Six.
Okay, you've said 6 twice now. You got another minute.
How much?
Too much. How much for what?
There's more.
That wouldn't be something we'd hear on the radio. Tell me.
Take it back.
Okay, so if this is you, tell me your name. Is this Lincoln? Come on.
I'm happy.
I'm glad you're happy. Okay, I think I got enough from this. So, just finished the SDS method session, close proximity, where I would ask questions based off of what she was saying to me. It'd be different than the cordoned off session because I wouldn't be able to hear what she's saying. But she had a different experience than me. I really just got a boatload of stat. A couple words here and there may or may not have related to what she was saying. She hasn't told me yet. But what was your observation?
Just that it was very different having it on headphones and being blindfolded, because then you're just focusing on what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, obviously you get bits and pieces of words coming through from the radio stations, but I was getting like full words that were over multiple radio stations. Like the word was, you know, there over multiple radio stations.
It's weird because I just kept on recognizing the same voice from, like, you could tell with the graduation of the stations and how strong they were, it was the same person. So I'm having to assume that I was just part of broadcast, but you were getting it in multiple spots, different frequency levels. Okay. Well, that's different. We'll have to see what the next experiment does with that. All right. Well, there's one session of the SDS. You came out with a lot more in relative to what I was saying.
Well, yeah, because I don't have a lot of experience with this equipment because I actually find it kind of annoying.
Yeah. Did you hear anything I was saying to you?
That you were saying to me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear you at all.
All right. That's good. Okay. Well, we'll do the other experiment tomorrow. We'll see what comes out of it.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to discuss kind of the results we got last night, certainly using the SDS method. I'm trying to make this all casual because it is now during COVID times, all home style stuff. Sandy happens to be preparing chicken right now. Okay, so to say that the SDS method was a game changer, I could say yes or no. Certainly, I don't know if it makes results any different. I think my biggest concern is that I know when Sandy was doing, when she was asking questions and I was listening, she was just asking a line of questions that I had given her. When I was asking questions and Sandy was receiving the answers, I was asking further questions based on what she was saying. So I don't know if what that does is that actually changes or creates the script, so to say. So in which case are the results kind of false positive possibly? So, it's definitely, would you agree, certainly a much more pleasant experience using the SDS method?
Yeah, I liked it a lot better. When just having it on, it actually really annoyed me. But I found with having the blindfold on, that all I'm focused on is the sound.
So it's a superior method if you were going to use it.
Yeah, it would probably be the only way that I would want to use that tool, because we've used it on one investigation and it actually drove me batty.
Yeah. So I think what there's, and Sandy was getting better results than I am. So I think, like, every single job isn't for every single person. A lot of times on teams you've got people that are videographers. I can't do that. As you can tell, I talk far too much, and I couldn't do a role where I'm behind the camera. Some people don't want to be up front and talk or get spotty on questions, like on the spot. Well, one of the things about this is Sandy's a lot more patient than I am, and she can just relax and listen. Whereas me, I'm kind of like racing with thought and expectations possibly. So maybe one of the things a team would need to consider is who actually would be the best person to have the phones on for that kind of job. I am not for our team.
No, I can agree with that.
So, all things being said, we're going to do the SDS method on a more remote scale, where we're going to be on different floors, and I'm actually going to add my son-in-law into this too, so because he's got no training in what we're doing, he's got no expectation of what we're expecting. So we're going to do different floors, different ends of the house. So therefore, the line of questioning, it can't be affected by what I'm hearing the answers coming out, or vice versa her. So that'll take away that false positivity. Right? All right.
Okay, so I just got my signals to start. David's upstairs on the top floor. I'm on the main floor. He has the SB11 up there with him, and I'm just going to do an EVP session here on the main floor. Is there somebody here with me? Can you tell me what your name is? Do you know my name?
Man,
What year were you born? Do you know what year it is now?
preventing.
Are you a man or are you a woman? How did you die? Do you know that you are dead?
Dead.
Do you have children? What about pets? Do you have any pets?
Evan.
Being here, you obviously know I have a dog and a cat and some fish.
Think. Italian.
What did you like to do for fun?
Then.
Do you like coffee or tea better? Do you like fishing,
Mine,
hunting?
hope,
Why are you here? Do you stay here because you like it here or because you can't leave?
point,
Did you die of natural causes?
Doctor. Jack, Peter, have
Were you sick?
water, and we're good.
Okay, so that was my signal to end.
Okay, so Lincoln. It was Lincoln, wasn't it? Should have told to start. So Lincoln, is it you that I'm talking to here, or my wife is on a different floor right now? And
One.
you know, I'd like to know what you did. Were you living here? Do you like the people that live here?
He did it.
Or you, is there anybody in this house you don't like? Do you like Sandy?
Wave at me.
Do you like the dog? Do you like Loki?
Like to think.
How old are you? Why don't you tell me how old you are? I can kind of hear
Thank
her
you.
upstairs, but I can't make the voices out. So, you're going to have to speak clearly through her. She's obviously a lot better at this than me. I wasn't sure. I couldn't really
Hello.
speak to you through this. It's not good for me. So you're saying hi. How old are you, Lincoln?
There's two. $15.
Really, you know, we're trying to communicate. Did you live in this townhouse? Is there anyone in this townhouse you don't like?
They
Can
got
you say
him.
their name?
Home. Dad.
Yeah. She's making a lot of noise upstairs. See, somebody's talking to her. That's good. This is a weird way of speaking. I've been doing this a long time, and this is not something I normally do. Can you see me? Are you looking at me? Or are you looking at Sandy? You say her name. Sandy.
The knife.
Go ahead. Say Dave or Sandy.
Right.
Did I hear you say Sandy? I thought I heard Sandy even say her own name up there. That's different. So you're looking at Sandy right now. Is Sandy standing up or sitting down?
40. Leave.
Do you know what year? What
4.
year was it when you died?
Ask Dave.
Do you know what year it is now? It's the year 2021. right
Land.
now. We're all
Go on.
stuck. We can't do much. Were you sick?
Wait.
Do you know what the cat's name is in the house, right? What's the cat's name? What color is my cat?
He's coming.
My cat and dog are the same color.
Bert.
Do you know what my dog's name is? You like my dog? Can you come down and look at me?
Important.
Look at me directly.
Trade.
What am I wearing?
70. Overprotective.
Do you know what my daughter's name is?
Thank you. How is it?
I don't mind you being here. I really don't. Gives me more to
1.
investigate. I like to communicate with you more in different ways. I'd like to be able to put recorders out and get your voice. I think you
Tell
called
me.
me stupid once. Was it you that called me stupid? You went, hey, stupid.
Be quiet.
I'm going to be saying goodbye in a minute.
I'm sorry.
We're going to have somebody else talk to you. No. That's it for me talking to you.
Support. Hi. Gossip.
Sweet.
Paid.
So we got Bailey. That's Bailey.
Car.
So I'm going to go
Bye.
along with the same. Lincoln. That was the name I had gotten last night.
East.
I don't know, is that your name? Is your name Lincoln? Can you say yes or no? Can you say my name? Again?
Explorer?
Everybody seems to get more. You know, when I was doing this, I think I got 8 words. I'm very impatient.
Pace?
Can you tell me how many people live in this house? Can you tell me the name of the person that's listening to the radio right now upstairs? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to Dave or Bailey? Who are you looking at? Is there more than one of you here? What's the name of somebody else in this house?
People?
Tell me who the Prime Minister is. Can you feel emotions after you've passed on? Are you angry? Are you sad?
No one?
Are you happy? He just got another text, but it wasn't from there. So he probably stopped. Okay, so you're still talking to Bill. That's good. Or possibly talking to Bill. I don't know. I find this a really hard way to communicate. Can you tell me what city we're in? What city you're in? How do you feel right now? Did you commit any crimes? Did you die here in this townhouse?
$200. Days?
You're not talking too much, are you? Why are you so silent?
You out?
Are we friends?
Time
Do you
out.
like talking to us? If you like talking to us, we'll make it a regular thing. Is it you that used to slam the
Paul.
doors? Make all the loud noise? Got about 1 more minute, and I'm going to be done talking to you for this experiment. And you won't hear from me for a bit. So, you tell me everything you want to tell me at this point in time. You tell me your name, your age. Were you married?
Failed?
Okay. I think we've done enough. Okay, so let's have a summation to the Spirit Box video. Up and down. Let's remember something that I did these experiments without things like RF cleansers or Faraday boxes, identifiers, whatever, right? Like I did this is what I see 80% of the people doing it on YouTube or out in the field. So right off the bat before YouTube. I wasn't doing it, a certain way. I wanted to do it the way I saw most people do it. I understand that there's ways to make it cleaner and more reputable with the answers you get, but I chose to do it the way I see it done the most in order to make the plainest of experiments. Obviously using a couple different ways of the Estes method as well as an open method. And I mean, the Estes method definitely does make it more palpable, and certainly if we were to ever tickle with this again on an investigation, and we may, just for that sake, it does make it better. The results are cleaner, and certainly they're more isolated, being as the asker and that doesn't, the receiver doesn't have notice of what each other is doing. That at least gives that nice double blind effect. That said, I mean, I think it also depends on who the person is. Certainly if you're in the same room and you're doing Estes, I find that it could be dangerous because you'll end up doing what I did unintentionally, which is following a line of questioning, which kind of creates a pareidolia of itself, where you're kind of feeding the line questions to go along with the answers. And it does happen once in a while where there's something that does happen to co-resolute with what you're saying in respect, but the unfortunate thing behind it is that there's so many mitigating factors, so many variables to this, that there's not really a way you can guarantee that this wasn't just bleed through or happenstance, coincidence. It really doesn't really come into a serious play, in which case I know that a lot of people use this device and they say they don't use it for evidence, which I think is kind of weird because it's sort of a distraction as to what you could be using to provide evidence. I mean, it's not against the idea. I mean, the whole white noise and radio play has been touted for a long time. And I suppose possibly doing this method again with the Faraday and all that would possibly lend to cleaner results. I just got to be honest, I couldn't do it myself. It's much like if you have people that are on a team that are good at videotaping, or somebody on a team who's really good at reviewing EVP. I'm not an overly patient person, as most people know, so for me on the listening side, it was a bunch of gobble. Whereas my wife, Sandy, is got a lot more results out of it, but she's a much more patient, methodical, forensic personality. So I think you've got to carefully select who's doing that. Same results aren't going to be for everybody, right? So this is one of these cases where it's like, I could sit back and say, in truth, this isn't the tool for us, nor do I think it is a reliable tool for most. I think if it's something that you have a large enough investigation where you've got the time to use this as a experiment, I think that's okay. Maybe to meter along with other results. But if this is what you're using as your primary tool on all investigations throughout the course of it, I think I think you're cheating yourself. I think you're cheating your client, because it's kind of like being a medium. There's not a lot of verification unless you're having a right out conversation. That's going to piss a lot of people off, but look, this is only my opinion, my team's opinion. I'll continue to ban this on most of our, certainly on residential investigations, unless we're there for 15, 20 hours and we have the time to sit back and say, hey, let's do a half an hour session of this. But I wouldn't use it as a primary source in any regard. So that's just my thoughts and my opinion. So there you have the video. Hate it or like it.